Hello everyone, my name is John Riley. I'm the president of the Pi Chi chapter here at MCC, and I'd like to welcome you all to orientation. Obviously this is a little bit different than what we usually do, but because of COVID, we've had to roll with the punches. So, I'll go ahead and there's a little video from the international office. I'll go ahead and play for y'all now.
Hooray! You did it! Woohoo! Way to go!
Welcome as a new member. We've just opened the door to a world of opportunities designed to help you succeed.
Take it from us. The more you engage in all that membership offers, the more you'll receive in return. So here's how to get started.
Connect with your chapter and you'll find a network of support. A great way to begin is by attending your induction ceremony. And don't worry, you won't be the only new face in the crowd.
You can grow your self-confidence and your leadership skills by volunteering to take the lead on a chapter project, or you might consider running for a chapter office.
Programs like Competitive Edge, Honors in Action, and the College Project can broaden your worldview and build skills like teamwork, verbal communication, research, and problem solving. All things that employers are looking for.
If service is your passion, feed it by volunteering for a chapter service event. You'll build connections with fellow members and community leaders. Plus, you'll know the satisfaction of helping others.
These are just a few of the many ways you can engage in all that membership offers. Now, it's up to you to take the next step and get started.
We can't wait to see where your Phi Theta Kappa experience will take you.
Congratulations!
Now, what is Phi Theta Kappa? It is the largest academic honor society. It has almost 1,300 chapters in 9 countries. We're literally all over the world. Now what you can get is unmatched opportunities for leadership, development, service, get challenged academically, travel, which I've been able to do, which has been kind of fun. And you can get scholarships while you're in school. And if you want to transfer to a 4-year school, there's scholarships for that too. Now, breakdown in divisions, like I said, we are literally all over the place. As far as Texas, we are big enough that we are our own region in Division 2. So, everything's bigger in Texas. Now, what is the purpose of Phi Theta Kappa? I'm pretty sure a couple of y'all are kind of wondering that. It's to recognize and encourage scholarship among 2-year college students. There is no 4-year version of Phi Theta Kappa. It's just 2-year schools. And what you can achieve is, you can develop yourself as a leader, be more service oriented. It's kind of a place to exchange ideas. We try to have fun with this, so, lively fellowship. And then basically to get you motivated to continue, academically and keep doing well. Now, we have a few different leadership roles, and this is what I was talking about for providing you leadership opportunities. The breakdown of our chapter, every chapter is a little bit different, is we have the president, which is me. We have a VP of membership, and they have the orientation, the induction, college project. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Also, mentoring kind of falls under that. The scholarship, honors in action, we'll talk about that. Tutoring and hallmarks falls under VP of scholarship, VP of service. Recording's usually not in there, but our current VP of service has kind of been pulling double duty. We have a service officer who kind of takes the reins on different projects. That way our VP isn't completely overwhelmed. Also activities. If and when all this COVID stuff lifts and we can actually do these, we'll be doing those. Fellowship, they cover the yearbook. They help with fundraising. And a big thing of it is our PR, which are various social media platforms. Now, I will go through here, and these are our officers for fall 2020 and spring 2021. There's myself, John Riley, the chapter president. Patricia Clark, she's our VP of membership. Jessica Hahn, she is our VP of scholarship. Kristen Boyd is our VP of service, and she is our recording officer. There's Caitlin Munoz, our VP of fellowship, and she takes care of the yearbook. And then we have our PR team. I'm included in this, even though my picture's not up here. I run the Facebook group. Toward the end of this, there will be a slide with all the links to all our social media. Megan Ruse, she does our Snapchat. Matt Millington, he does our Instagram account. Beebs, we just all call her Beebs. She runs our Discord server, and if eventually once we can get this other thing going back up and going again, our Twitter account as well. Now, we all know school is not cheap, and sometimes it's a struggle. So what does everybody like? Free money. And scholarships are basically free money. So, and it doesn't matter if you're transferring, if you're career oriented, if you're dual credit. If we go back up, Megan, who runs our Snapchat, she is a dual credit high school student. I mean, if you're nursing, Patty and Jessica, two of our VPs, they are nursing students. I'm sure we've got a few vets in our membership. But there's up to $90 million with an M dollars in scholarship to help you complete any degree up to your master's degree. We'll cover the associates, the bachelor's, and even the master's. There's access to $46 million in transfer scholarships to nearly 800 four-year colleges and universities across the U.S. There's stuff specifically for career-bound students, field-specific opportunities that cover, I know I'm in cyber security, and the certs can be expensive to take. There's stuff to cover that. And also the leadership and the service experience that you have as a member of PTK looks really good on a resume. I've heard stories about people going in for an interview. They had Phi Theta Kappa listed on their resume, and just based off that, they got the job. Now we have what they call EDGE programs. These have kind of changed over the years. But the employment edge, if you're looking to immediately go into the workforce right out of MCC, you can chart your career path. It'll help you develop a resume. It'll build your digital footprint. You'll learn how to network, learn how to interview, be able to negotiate your salary. That's all in the employment edge. And you can get to these if you go to ptk.org and you sign in. It'll be the same email and password that when you signed up for PTK to begin with, and scroll down to members, look for the EDGE programs, and just follow the links. Now for those of you who want to go on to, Baylor, A&M, Texas, Oklahoma, LSU, there is the transfer edge that'll help you, prepare you to transfer and get into the school of your choice. Help you out to understand financial aids and student loans a lot better. You can come up with your own personal transfer timeline. You can increase your chances of getting into your dream school that may be a little bit selective. Tell you how to make the most of your campus visits, how to come up with a transfer application that will catch those people's eyes and help create a scholarship resume. Now, the competitive edge helps with what they call soft skills, how you communicate personally between people, how you communicate with your coworkers, your fellow students, whatever. First thing right here, learn to communicate effectively. Boost your critical thinking and research skills. Makes you actually think, not just, I think. You actually sit down and think. Grow your emotional intelligence. Increase your cultural awareness. Helps you get organized and set goals, because a lot of us, organization sometimes can be a chore. And it helps test your professional etiquette. Like I said, all these EDGE programs, there's also a new one that has just come up. It's called Research Edge. For those of you that are taking classes that require a research paper, you'll be able to, that'll be a great tool for you to use. Now, here at the Pi Chi chapter, we have certain levels. everybody starts off at bronze. All you got to do is join, pay your dues. You get a PTK pin, which comes with your certificate that headquarters sends you. And for our chapter, you get a shirt. I don't know how well you can see that, but that is our chapter shirt. You get that when you sign up. Now, the silver level is the same as the bronze, but there's also 6 hours of participation in service. This can be conferences that we go to, service projects, chapter meetings. If you want to volunteer to, stuff goodie bags or something, that counts. I mean, there's a lot of ways to get that 6 hours and get it quickly. You have to be level 2 of competitive edge, which you can get to level 2 on competitive edge in about an hour. It's not very difficult. And if you do all of that, the chapter itself will buy your PTK stole for graduation. That's this little thing right here. Now the gold level. In the past, I think we've had quite a few hit this. In fact, myself and about 2 or 3 other people that are still here are gold members at this point. It's all the silver plus 12 more hours, so that'd be 18 hours total, which you can get that pretty quick. I mean, if you've been coming to our meetings, they usually last an hour, you've already got hours already. You have to get level 3 of competitive edge, not very hard. Be a member of the Honors in Action or College Project team. You don't have to do both, one or the other. You must run for a chapter office or chair a committee or task force. And if you get all of this, you get the stole, plus you get chapter awarded scholarships totaling to up about $1,000. Now there's also, Phi Theta Kappa has what they call 5-star chapter plan. I believe these last couple of years we've gotten, 4-star? We've gotten really close, but COVID has kind of thrown some kinks into it, but we're still pressing on. Basically, this is the 1-star is you just kind of exist. I know a story that there's the chapter at Temple College. They were a 1-star and they got a new chapter president. She turned them from a 1-star to a 5-star virtually overnight. We have the 2-star chapter. They do a little bit more. There's organized leadership and they kind of get the Honors in Action process started. The 3-star, they're active. They develop the Honors Action Project and a college project. The 4-star, they kind of increase their campus-wide presence, which is kind of where we've been, and increased engagement in the region. And then 5-star is the creme de la creme. That is the best of the best. Pretty much, that's where we want to be. Now with COVID, like I said, the traveling may not be happening at this time. A lot of conferences are done virtually, but we have our meetings Thursdays at 2:30 p.m. in the MAC building in room 201. But as we have that meeting, we also Zoom it out. So if you don't feel comfortable, being in an enclosed space with people, just log on to the Zoom meeting. Ms. Bigham usually sends out a link at the beginning of the week, and that'll bring you right in. Now in the Texas region, we have 3 conferences. We have the Texas Leadership Convention. That's in the fall. We have our regional convention in the spring, which I believe is this week, isn't it?
It's this week, yeah.
And then we have the Texas Honors Institute in the summer. For the past year, all 3 of these were done completely virtually online. For international meetings, they have, now I'm going to preface this with saying this is tentatively. Things could change. Right now, April 8th through the 10th in Baltimore, Maryland, they will have the Catalyst 2021 conference. That is the international convention. That is every chapter that can make it throughout PTK. Last year they were going to have it in Grapevine, and at the last minute canceled. Everything got moved virtually, so that very well could be the case again. But once we return to normal, I believe 2022 they're having it in Denver, Colorado. I believe so. I think that's the last time I checked, but don't hold me to that. Now, once you are inducted, you're a member the minute you pay your fee, whether you have an induction or not. When that happens, you are a member for life. No one can ever take it away from you. Now, how to become an alumni. Basically, be in good standing, graduate, transfer, whatever. Now, we have an alumni organization that includes people from TSTC, members that have transferred on to Baylor and are going through the University Center here at MCC. They'll support any PTK local activity. They'll help with service projects. There's the networking for scholarships for the four-year school. And there's at least 7 other alumni associations in Texas. Now, this part is the Honors in Action. It is basically a research project with legwork included. Now, what we were looking at was human trafficking, but I think that may change. We're looking into maybe some kind of diversity and inclusion, since that seems to be the big thing right now. If you're interested, just let one of us know, and we'll get you plugged in. Now, the college project, this is where we meet with the administration, and basically we ask them, how can we best serve the school? And, we figured that out. We plan, we train with others, we help get out there on campus and in the community. In the past, we've done voter registration and education. Right now, we really don't have to worry about that since, I think 2022 is the next election cycle. We've helped people get, registered for classes, help them get to the orientations. We've done sustainability efforts. An idea that's being floated around is, we know we have a lot of single mothers out there who are busting their back to, raise kids, get through school, make a better life. Thinking about maybe putting together backpacks and hand out right before the end of the semester. That way, if they're stuck at home with their children and their children are bored, give them some fun games, do them something to keep them busy, kind of, relieve a little bit of the burden of stress from those mothers. Now, that all sounds good, but there's also some good benefits to being a member of Phi Theta Kappa. One that I take great liberal use of is Geico. The little lizard, 15 minutes can save you 15%. Being a Phi Theta Kappa member can save you a lot more. Me and my wife have full coverage on our car for less than $90 a month. All because we are a PTK member. Bank of America's got some good discounts. There's all these down on the bottom, the Scholar Laureate. You can travel internationally, but a lot of these hand out scholarships like Coke. Jack Kent Cook's another one. Get to College Corps. There's a lot of different ones if you want to take the time and look. Now, what do you get when you join? This is right off the top. You get a gold membership pin, which will be sent when they send you your membership certificate. That comes from the main headquarters in Mississippi. You will get the distinctive graduation regalia, basically the stole that I showed you earlier. You can buy that, or you can hit silver or gold status and we'll buy it for you. So, and sometimes graduation regalia, as I have learned, can get expensive. Now, it says you can't afford to pass up this invitation. These invites are sent out usually at the beginning of every semester, and they are good till the end of that semester in which you received your invitation. For example, If you got an invite to join, like say at the end of January, you have all the way till finals, which is what, second week of May, to accept. If not, everything resets back to zero, and if you've completed the 12 credit hours and have a 3.5 minimum GPA, then you should get another invite in the fall. Now, obviously, we can't really do in-person inductions, but these are just a couple of videos that we took during the last in-person induction. In fact, this was done about 3 weeks before everything got shut down. So, and I know Kristen, there's Caitlin, and there's me. We're the 3 gold members, I believe, who are still here. The reason I don't have a stole is because I already have one and left it at home. But that's what our stoles will look like. Now, induction, we're going to do things a little bit differently. Just keep an eye on your student email. What we're trying to do is put together a kind of like a PowerPoint presentation, a video. Each slide is, each member gets a slide of their own. We'll give you, you can send a picture or something, put your name, your major, maybe an interesting little fact about you. But once we kind of get that more finalized, just keep an eye on your student email and we'll send that out. Now, one more thing. You may think of Phi Theta Kappa as a student organization or whatever. I've heard cult, I've heard student organization, I've heard the gamut. Here we see things a little bit different. We are not just a student organization, we are a family. We come from all kinds of crazy backgrounds. No 2 people are alike in this group. We have people that in the outside world, you would never think that they get along. But here, we've all become a family, and it goes without saying, we will bend over backwards, and I will make you this promise as the president. I will bend over backwards and do everything in my power to get you where you want to be to help you meet your goals. And if there's any way we can help you, don't be afraid to ask. If I don't know the answer or if that little bit of help is beyond my scope, I will put you in contact with somebody who can. Now, one more thing before we go, and a lot of this is where this is where a lot of our information comes from, is our social media. On Instagram, it's at MCC_PTK_. The Facebook group is you can just type up in the search bar, MCC Phi Theta Kappa Pi Chi. There'll be a picture of the officer team. Just look for the cowboy hat in the middle. That way you know you found it. The Twitter, we've got locked out of it. We're working with them trying to figure out how to get back in it. The Snapchat is at MCC_PTK. We also have a group chat on Discord. That we will send that link out if you're interested to your student email. If you look on the Facebook group, I posted a link to that yesterday or the day before. So, and we really have a fun community. It's kind of, we've got a little bit of everything in there. Like we started a channel on the Discord for all the night owls out there. That way they're not bored and, because I have a horrible time sleeping. I'm up most of the night. So, come on, join us. It's fun. Now, our advisors are Annette Bigham. She is basically all of our advisors except for one is all business. Annette Bigham, she's our main advisor. You can reach her at abigam@mclennan.edu. Bill Lockhart, he teaches sociology. His office is out in the MAC. It's wlockhart@mclennan.edu. Becky Parker, she does a lot of the marketing and communications. Her email is bparker@mclennan.edu. And there's another one that we forgot to put it on here. It's Boyce Wilson. His email is mwilson@mclennan.edu. Those are our advisors. If feel free to reach out to them if you don't feel comfortable reaching out to us. So that is a lot in there. There should be, at the end of this video, there will be a link to a Google Doc. Basically, just fill that out. Lets us know that you've watched this video, and we can go ahead and get you signed up, get you squared away, and start getting you plugged in. So I know it's a lot to digest, so this video will be free to watch as many times as you need to. Just make sure you fill out the link at the end of the video, and hopefully we'll see you around. Our meetings are Thursdays at 2:30 p.m. in MAC 201 if you want to join us in person, or check your student email at the beginning of each week for a link to the Zoom. All right, y'all have a good day.